Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap. So here is very important lecture under your general awareness series, and today we are going to cover in this particular lecture January 19 to 21st. And this particular GA series is important for your examinations of 2019, RBI Grade B, NABARD Grade A and SEBI Grade A, and the assistant examinations of RBI and NABARD both. So here you can see the various courses which are being offered by us. You can choose from these courses as per your requirement. There are individual as well as the combo courses. Okay, and telling you about our previous results quickly, we have been working in this field from quite some time now and we have some brilliant results with us. You can see in RBI Grade B of 2017, 27 of our students got selected. Then NABARD Grade A of 2018, there were 46 seats and 26 were taken by EduTapians. And RBI Grade B 2018, the result for phase 2 has yet been announced, and 280 of our students are already going through the interview phase. So here also we are expecting a brilliant result. Okay, so coming back to lecture of the day, let us see what is your first news under the GA section. Okay, so this is about the launch of Young Scientist program. So ISRO has launched this Young Scientist program for the school students. So if you are able to recall, earlier also we had covered the outreach program, the Samvad with students, that was also launched by ISRO. So there is again another program for the young scientists which has been launched by ISRO. So young minds are going to be tapped through this particular program, and you need to know that there are going to be 100 selections from the students across the India from all the UTs and states, and the students would be taken from class 8th, so that then they will be taken to the ISRO centers, and then their interaction would be there with the senior scientists, and they will be able to do the R&D themselves. So this is very important, and 6 centers are going to be established particularly for the R&D of the students, and the first one has already been established in Agartala, Tripura. So just keep in mind that this Young Scientist program is related to what, and it has been launched by ISRO, and it is also going to be funded by ISRO entirely. So that means all the expenses of the traveling, boarding, etc. related to the students would be funded by the ISRO itself. So these are some very important things related to this particular program. So let us move to your next news. It is about the Shehri Samriddhi Utsav. So it is going to be organized in the month of February by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. See, this is basically to bring the focus of the people on the urban livelihoods through their mission of National Urban Livelihood. So this NULM is actually under Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana. So here, but particularly you need to know that the urban livelihood mission is being focused, and we are going to discuss this Antyodaya Yojana in detail, but just keep in mind about this Shehri Samriddhi Utsav. Anyhow, it's easy for you. Shehri Samriddhi, that already means the urban thing. So Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs is associated with this. So let us now see about the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana. So it is actually about the uplifting of the poor people by enhancing their livelihood opportunities. So 2 components are there broadly: National Urbanhood Livelihood Mission and Rural Livelihood Mission. So urban and rural 2 components are there, but this Shehri Samriddhi is related to your NULM, that is Urban Livelihood Mission. So some highlights of this particular Antyodaya Yojana is about the employment of the people through their training particularly, then social mobilization, so that people can actually move. If they are below the poverty line, they can move from that line to above line. Then subsidy to the urban poor are also there, then shelter to the homeless people. So these are some highlights, and one more thing I would like you guys to remember is that Urban Livelihood Mission is being implemented by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, that is Urban Poverty Alleviation, and the Rural Livelihood Mission is under the Ministry of Rural Development. So these 2 ministries are particularly collaborating for this Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana. So yes, that would be it from this news. Do keep in mind about the Shehri Samriddhi program also. Okay, so this is about the methanol blending. See, there was this report by ARAI, that is Automotive Research Association of India. It is a Pune based association. They have come up with this report, and This report is important because they have submitted this report to the Union Ministry of Road Transports. Now they are going to take this report, and then further implementations would be there based on this particular report. So this report is about the methanol blending in the petrol, which can actually reduce the emissions of the carbon dioxide. So it would be helpful in reducing the carbon footprints. And methanol is actually, particularly which is being talked here, is about a clean burning fuel which can replace petrol and diesel in the transportation. So let us discuss about methane a bit. See, it burns efficiently, and the important thing is why it is going to reduce the carbon emissions, because it produces no particulate matter, no soot, and almost nil sulfur and nitrogen emissions. So these are two very harmful. Air quality is also degraded by these emissions, but methanol is considered as a clean burning drop. So related to this, why this particular news is important related to the report of ARAI, I've also mentioned here that Niti Aayog had prepared a plan for India called as methanol economy. So that means they had prepared this plan that if India is able to produce methanol and then use it, it is going to reduce its imports by 2030 a lot. So that means for economy it will be not only for the environment but also for Indian economy it will be very beneficial, because as you know that Indian economy, we are dependent on the crude import of the oil and petroleum. So that is the largest import we are doing, and there is it related to Niti Aayog and this methanol production. So these are some important things about this particular news. That would be it. Okay, ISRO in news again. So ISRO actually let us see first what this news is. So ISRO is going to launch the exclusive satellite so as to secure the borders. But see, this it is just an announcement which has been made, and Ministry of Home Affairs has just confirmed it. So as for now, we need to know what is this exclusive satellite, and when it is launched, then it will become more important for us. So since there is this important announcement, that is why we are covering it. So let us see what this news entails for us then. So a satellite is going to be launched by ISRO. It will be an indigenous satellite. As you know, ISRO is doing a lot of things which are appreciated. So this is another feat in that. So Ministry of Home Affairs had actually recommended it, and so as to strengthen the borders, particularly with Pakistan and Bangladesh, this satellite is going to be stationed, dedicated to these borders. So short, medium and long term plans have been set up so that the implementation can be done smoothly for this launch of the satellites and then its stationing. So anyways, these plans are not important for us. Just keep in mind that ISRO is going to launch it, and another important piece of information I've added for you guys here, that the land borders of India are with Pakistan, China, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar. So these are the countries we share our land borders. So all these will be under the ambit of this particular satellite, but particularly Pakistan and Bangladesh are important. Okay, so that would be it about this exclusive satellite. Okay, another important news, National Museum of Indian Cinema. So this is the first of its kind museum which is dedicated to the Indian cinema and its history, you can say, particularly. So Prime Minister has inaugurated it, and it is in Mumbai. So so as to preserve the film heritage of India, it has been launched, and you can see in the image picture here that evolution of the Indian cinema in the storytelling mode is presented there in this National Museum of Indian Cinema. So this is also related because government is saying that we are trying to provide the facility of ease of filming. So that means there will be a clearance system which government is planning to make, so that the approvals related to the shooting of the films can be given through the single window. And after the ease of doing business, government is also preferring ease of filming. So this becomes important in context of the National Museum. So just keep in mind about NMIC, where is it located and what is this ease of filming particularly. Okay, so this is about the launch of e-commerce platform. Let us see what this news has for us. So Microsoft has launched an e-commerce platform called or you can say a website called as reweave.in. So Reweave, basically, actually you can see weave stands for the handloom weavers. So they have this project called as Project Reweave, in which they are going to promote the artisans so as to the sellers and buyers directly. So this project reweave.in is important, and it has been launched by Microsoft particularly. This is important for you. Now a broad set of customers would be provided to these weavers, and why is this important is, you can read here that Indian handloom industry is the second largest employment provider for the rural population. So that means that rural population is dependent on this weaving a lot, and with this digital India, the weaving is also being promoted through this e-commerce platform. So this news is very important. Keep this in mind, Microsoft particularly. Okay, so there is this Sheikh Saud International Prize for the materials, that means for the chemical and the associated materials, and it has been awarded to the eminent scientist of our country, CNR Rao. You can see in the picture here, this is the picture of CNR Rao, and he is very important and eminent scientist. He is also the recipient of Bharat Ratna. So first ever Sheikh Saud International Prize has been given by UAE, and it is a thing of honor for us that it has been awarded to CNR Rao, the Indian scientist. So he is considered as a leading solid state chemist. So that means he is a scientist of the solid state and materials which are related to chemistry. So he is associated with this particular scientific research center, and yes, that would be it. Also keep in mind that this Sheikh Saud International Prize is the first such prize. Okay, and CNR Rao you have seen anyways here. Okay, so this news is about the Aadhaar card. Now see, Indians over the age of 65 and under the age of 15 can now visit Nepal and Bhutan with their Aadhaar cards as well. Now let me tell you the context. See, actually India has this open gate policies. It is in terms of the foreign policies with Nepal and Bhutan. That means you do not need a visa to visit these particularly two countries. But if you have your passport or any other identity proof which is considered as a travel document, then you can go to these two countries as travelers. But now in the list of these documents, which include driving license, PAN card, etc., government has also added Aadhaar. So now with your Aadhaar card only, you can also go to these two countries. But this thing you have to keep in mind, it is particularly for the age of children who are below the age of 15 and citizens who are above 65. That is important for you. And this open gate policy in terms of Nepal and Bhutan is also important for us. So yes, that would be it from this news. Okay, so there is this international news. UNESCO has named its World Capital of Architecture. So the city which is the World Capital of Architecture for the year 2020 is going to be Rio de Janeiro. So Rio de Janeiro, you can see this is one of the a very important monument. It is called as the you can just check it. This is the statue, the biggest statue of Christ. So a World Capital of Architecture for 2020 is going to be Rio de Janeiro. And apart from that, there is this World Congress which is related to these architects. It is also going to take place in the Rio de Janeiro in 2020 itself. So next year is going to be important, and if you come across the World Capital of Architecture or the UNESCO's architectural city, then it is going to be Rio de Janeiro. So yes, that would be it from this particular news. You can read about the importance of this World Capital of Architecture here, that what is the relevance of this city particularly in terms of culture, heritage, etc. Okay, another important news is here. India's first defense industrial corridor has been inaugurated. So our defense minister has inaugurated this Tamil Nadu Defence Industrial Corridor. In the budget of 2018, let me just tell you that it was announced 2 defence industrial corridors are going to be set up in India. First one, this which has been now inaugurated, is in Tamil Nadu, and the other one is going to be set up in Uttar Pradesh. So these 2 states are important for you in terms of this defence industrial corridor. So Tamil Nadu, it is also called as the Defence Production Quad. You can see the picture here. Why quad? Because this Hosur, Chennai, Tiruchirappalli, Coimbatore and Salem, these are going to be connected particularly in this industrial corridor and defence corridor. So that means Make in India program for defence equipments are going to be promoted here. So this is very important. Do keep in mind Tamil Nadu as well as Uttar Pradesh. So till now we have only one. Second one is going to be established. So just you can read here that what is actually defence industrial corridor. Through private sector MSMEs all lined up together, defence forces are going to be boosted with the production of the indigenous defence equipments. And related to the same news, we have another thing that there was this national conference on self-reliance in the defence manufacturing. So this conference, as it is related to this defence corridor only, so you need to know that it was organized in Hyderabad, and this is the second edition of this conference. First was also organized in Hyderabad, but that was in 2015. So that would be it. Keep in mind about the self-reliance defence manufacturing conference and this industrial production corridor. Okay, so after covering your important news from past 3 days, now let us try to discuss the MCQs. I would recommend you guys pause the video, try to recall the answer and mention it below. Okay, so your very first question is a young scientist program has been launched by which of the following? So is it DRDO, ISRO, Ministry of Science and Technology, both A and B, that is DRDO and ISRO have together launched this program, or do you think that all of the above, that means all 3 are collaborating for this young scientist program? We have covered it. You must be able to answer this now. Okay, so our answer is option B. Okay. Second question is, India's first defence industrial corridor has been inaugurated in which of the following states? So this is also an important question. The state is Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, Uttar Pradesh or Maharashtra. So Uttar Pradesh is not the answer. In Uttar Pradesh, second corridor will be inaugurated, and since we have only 2 corridors announced, they are Tamil Nadu and Uttar Pradesh. So our answer is option A. Easy question for you guys. National Museum of Indian Cinema has been inaugurated in which of the following cities? Hyderabad, Jaipur, Mumbai, Nagpur or Indore? So Indian cinema, whenever Indian cinema comes, we know the city which comes to our mind is Mumbai. So same here, National Museum for this Indian cinema is in the city of Mumbai. This is easy for you to remember. Okay, so this question is about which of the following cities has been named as the World Capital of Architecture for the year 2020. Okay, so the answer is mentioned here only. This I would just correct in the PDF. So you have the answer, option D. So yes, you can tally your score here, guys. And that would be it from today's lecture. If you guys have any query, I would recommend you to visit our website www.edutab.co.in, and if you want to mail us, here is our ID, hello@edutab.co.in. You can also call us or WhatsApp us at the number 8146207241. And if you like this video, if you like the content, please do not forget to click like, subscribe to our channel and share this video. And we wish you all a very happy learning from the team EduTab, guys. Keep learning. Thank you for being here.